Baby. Week 8 right here. This is the best football show, and I'm Brian Baldinger, and I'm happy to be here. I saw a game yesterday that was one for the ages. By the way, before I get to that, you can download this free Odyssey app wherever you get your apps. Like it, subscribe to it. You can find me all over social media at Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and TikTok, you name it. I was in Washington yesterday, Northwest Stadium, and I got a chance to see Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders with a game-winning Hail Mary touchdown of 52 yards to win the game. I had a chance to talk with Jaden before the game, and everybody was kind of curious, like just what he was like physically, how were the ribs. I missed most of practice that week, but he told me, he said he was never going to miss. The game was never in doubt, and that he got enough work in to be sharp. In fact, in this game, he ran a no-huddle offense the entire game. They never huddled up one play. 4 quarters, all the way to the final second, they never huddled up. He called the whole game at the line of scrimmage. Kind of just tells you just a little bit about the mental acuity that he has. But the 61-yard shot to Terry McLaurin was an absolute dime. The scrambles to get out of harm's way of free hitters that Matt Eberflus was sending out of him all day long. Montez Sweat hit him and sacked him right on that bad rib, got right up. He's just an amazing. And then when you talk to the players about Jaden, they'll tell you, like, he's been the exact same guy since the day they drafted him. And the first, OTA, minicamp, whatever they got together. Like, it's just amazing how calm he is. And he plays that way. I say it all the time. Like, he's as fast as any quarterback out there, including Lamar, when he has to be, but he's never in a hurry. And that's what players say. I mean, Zach Ertz told me that yesterday, and Terry McLaurin told me that, and Cliff Kingsbury told me that. I talked to a lot of people about him yesterday. Tyler Biadasz, the center. On the other side was Caleb. And look, Caleb, he went to high school 10 miles away from that stadium yesterday that we were in. He went to Gonzaga College High School, right in downtown Washington, D.C., probably 3 or 4 blocks away from the White House. He had 140 kids there yesterday from his school that he paid for to come watch. And it was tough sledding. It was really tough. But he just hung in there. He hung in there. They didn't run the ball well. He took care of the ball. He was under duress. I mean, Washington, their pass rush collapsed. They lost their left tackle, Braxton Jones. For a while, they lost their left guard, Tevin Jenkins, for a while in the game. They were down, and so, but they just kept battling. And they took the lead at the very end there. They had some questionable calls. Why you would give the ball to Doug Kramer Jr. on the 1-yard line with a chance to score with, 6.5 minutes to go in the game, and you fumble the snap to your backup guard. Like, that's just questionable. But if you just go back and you look at this Hail Mary, because this is what really is the story of the game. The Bears take the lead and they convert, a 2-point conversion. So they have the lead right now. And on the play, they get the ball at their, they run a couple of plays before the Hail Mary to get to the 52-yard line, including a 13-yard out to Terry McLaurin that went from 6 seconds left in the game to 2 seconds left. But somehow the Bears just gave it to him. You want to go take a shot to get to midfield, basically, where you can try the onside kick. Well, they took it. Like, they were smart. They took what the Bears gave them. And so now they get to the 48-yard line. And on the play, the Bears rushed 3. They used TJ Edwards as kind of a spy and a delayed rusher. And so Jaden saw that. Jaden held the ball for 12 and a half seconds so that his 4 receivers could get down the field. And on the play, they doubled Terry McLaurin. So 2 of the 6 defenders, 2 of the 6 guys back, they were on McLaurin. So now it's 4-on-4 in the end zone. And Tyreek Stevenson sees it, and he comes running, and he gets hit in the midair. And instead of batting the ball down, because he got hit, the ball got tipped up, and Noah Brown comes down with it. And I've been in that stadium now. It used to be FedEx Field. They changed the name. I've been in that stadium now since it was built, doing games. I've never seen a Washington Commanders crowd like that, honestly, since I played in my rookie year in Dallas and we lost an NFC Championship game at RFK Stadium. I don't ever remember a crowd like that, literally on their feet and buzzing the whole time. And there were a lot of Bear fans that were there early in the game, and they got drowned out. And they thought that they were coming alive when they took the lead. But the thing is that in this league, we need great young quarterbacks. We've got a great one in Jaden. The battle between who's got the better quarterback, Caleb or Jaden. Jaden, he's got a 6-2 record. He throws a Hail Mary to win a game. But Caleb is a battler, man. He played. You meet Caleb now, and I've known him a long time. He's big, thick. He's a great runner. He's a great athlete. These two are going to battle for a long time. I believe they're going to be successful and battle back and forth. The schedule makers are going to have to get the Bears and Commanders going at it annually. I just believe that. All right, let's go to Cincinnati, where the Eagles win another game in the jungle, and they played great. They really did. For the third week in a row, Jalen Hurts does not turn the ball over. The Eagles win. They have now become a power running football team. They throw it, drop back, and actually throw 20 passes. They run it 39 or 40 times. And Saquon goes over 100 again. They don't make any mistakes. Slow start, okay. People will say, well, they didn't score, a point in the first quarter again. Well, the Bengals had a 17-play touchdown drive to start the game. The Eagles on their opening drive, they scored in the opening drive. It just happened to be into the second quarter. They kicked a field goal. But they played great. They played mistake-free. Fred Johnson, the left tackle, filling in for Jordan Mailata, played great against Trey Hendrickson, who's a very good pass rusher. Lane Johnson played great. Saquon played great. Jalen played very, very good. Threw the ball over the middle, got the ball to Devontae Smith, got the ball to A.J. Brown, got the ball to Mark Calcaterra. The Eagles, and Joe Burrow was hanging in there. And then he throws, they get down 10. Well, what happens is they missed on a fourth down, which is basically a turnover. They get stuffed on a fourth down try. They try to throw the ball, and it gets incomplete. And so they get a turnover, basically. The Eagles go down, kick a field goal to go up 27-17. So now the Bengals are, okay, we got to take a shot. So they take a shot to Jamar Chase, and Isaiah Rodgers in for Darius Slay makes a great play on the ball. I mean, yeah, Chase got to step on him, and maybe Joe could throw the ball a little bit further on the outside shoulder of Jamar, but Isaiah tips the ball, and here comes Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with the interception. It's only the Eagles' third takeaway right now in 7 games, but it was an important one. It put the game on ice. Eagles get the interception, go down and score. They win handily. Let's go to San Francisco, where I thought Brock Purdy played great. The rookies played great for San Francisco. It was National Tight End Day. George Kittle had himself a great day. Touchdown catch, bunch of big catches, some great blocks. They lose Jordan Mason early in the game. Here comes Isaac Guerrero, their 4th-round pick. I mean, he played great. The kid catches the ball well. He's explosive in the run game. Scores his first NFL touchdown. I thought they blocked really well for him up front. The Cowboys struggle again against the run. They've lost 4 games this year. They've lost to the Saints. They've lost to the Ravens. They've lost to the Lions. And they've lost now to the 49ers. And all 4 teams ran the ball exceptionally well against them. I mean, with or without Micah Parsons or Tank Lawrence, they struggle to stop the run. They did yesterday. And the 49ers said, we'll run it. We'll take whatever you give us. And Brock Purdy was really efficient with the football. And he got the ball to Ricky Pearson, who looks like he's, stepping up. And Debo somehow got off the, he was a week ago today, he was in the hospital with pneumonia. And he starts the game at tailback. And he has a number of big plays in the game. And then Dallas, look, outside of CD Lamb, they just don't have a good roster. I mean, you're handing off to Dalvin Cook and to Zeke Elliott. I mean, these guys they're way past their prime. All right. And the offensive line, Nick Bosa had his way against Terrence Steele. He got a sack, but he got a number of pressures. They intercepted Dak twice. One was on a Bosa hit where, Jair Brown gets the interception, has great coverage. I mean, 49ers, they took it to the Cowboys. And the Cowboys now at 3-4, like maybe they can still turn things around. But outside of CD Lamb, who, at one point they threw the ball every single play to him. They went 3 plays, 70 yards for a touchdown when they were down 27-10. They got back in the game 30-24 with a chance to win the game. Had the ball with over 3 minutes to go, down 30-24. And honestly, Dak threw another ball that should have been intercepted. It's a terrible throw to CD Lamb. If Fred Warner doesn't get a tip on it, then Diamador Lenore is going to intercept it. So it's just tough. It's just they just don't have, like, I think they're just going to struggle, honestly. Like, they don't have much of a run game. They don't have explosive players outside of CD Lamb. Dak can have some great games still. He's still capable. He still makes some good throws. But 49ers are not a great team, but they played a great game. They really did. Let's go to the Patriots, where they sink the Jets and they go even lower. They're down. Patriots are down 22-17. They get the ball back with like 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. They make one big play after another. The big one to Kayshon Boutte for 34 yards in front of Sauce Gardner. And, then they go down and score in the final 25 seconds of the game to go take the lead. They couldn't stop them. They couldn't stop them from doing it. Jacoby Brissett came in. He had some scrambles. Jets don't look anything like a great defense. Nothing. They, their pass rush, honestly, was pretty much non-existent, even with Hassan Reddick. Will McDonald is getting blocked in the final series by Hunter Henry, National Tight End Day, one-on-one. Will McDonald came in with 8 sacks, second in the league. He's being blocked one-on-one by Hunter Henry on a big play to Boutte. Drake May runs 17 yards for a touchdown. But then the real questions are on the Jets offense, where they missed an extra point. They missed a field goal. That could have made the difference. Again, somehow Zerline is still there. In this league, your kickers miss kicks. You just put them on the train. You pick up somebody from the bus stop. It's just the way it goes. Guys lose their confidence, whatever. But that's not why they lost. They didn't lose because Greg Zerline missed an extra point and they missed a field goal. They missed because the offense there is just nothing in sync with this offense. And a lot of the problem is Aaron. I mean, Aaron's just not playing great. He made some good throws to Garrett Wilson, but there was a lot of missed throws and misreads, and he's in a hurry. He just doesn't trust the protection, and the protection isn't good at times. Tyron Smith is really struggling at left tackle. They run the ball better. They actually got, a 2-back system going with Breece Hall and Braylon Allen. But, they were up with a chance to really have a commanding lead in the third quarter. They just couldn't get anything done. They couldn't finish drives. And so they let the Patriots hang around and went down and scored in the final 25 seconds. And then I think we'll just end it on a good note. They have tight end university. It's in Nashville, Tennessee. I think it's the third year. Travis Kelce and George Kittle started this thing. It's been growing. It's really pretty good. But on National Tight End Day, and I don't know who decides it, but I don't care, Travis Kelce gets his first touchdown of the year. Hunter Henry plays great. George Kittle gets another touchdown. He has a great day blocking. A number of big catches in the game. The one where he beats Donovan Wilson one-on-one, and then he just runs away from everybody. Hats off to the tight ends in this business. I'll get to other ones because I have just seen bits and pieces in other games. I've watched all of Washington and Chicago, all of Philadelphia, Cincinnati, all the Jets in New England. And I also saw all of the Cowboys and the 49ers in that game. And so I've watched all 4 of those games here. It's, 2:00 on Monday afternoon. I've got 10 more games to get to today. And then we'll get to the Monday night game tomorrow. So I'm knee deep in the film room here. I'm excited to bring this stuff to you. Hats off to Jaden Daniels and what's going on with Washington. That Hail Mary pass keeps them a half game lead on the Eagles right now in the NFC East. They have yet to play each other, but Washington's sitting at 6-2. The Eagles at 5-2. Washington has already trumped all the wins that they had a year ago, and they're not even at the halfway mark. Hats off to Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury, Jaden Daniels, and the whole Washington fan base. It's an exciting place to go see a football game. I'm sure people are going to be very critical of some Bears decisions by Matt Eberflus, and I'm critical as well. But you got to live with those. They're still a very good team. They kept, outside of the Hail Mary, they kept Washington to 5 field goals or 4 field goals. They played great red zone defense all day long. They're a very good team. Anyways, that's it for the Best Football Show. I will be here tomorrow telling you and bringing to you some of the bullet points, some of the things I see in this film study here today. I'm sure I'll get to Ladd McConkey and the day that he had with Justin Herbert as the Bolts win themselves their 4th game. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching the Best Football Show.